Right guys, quick one here, but we're going to go over a story in The Guardian talking about Napier Barracks and the new Labour voters that have been put there since Serco is unable to get away with sticking them in 4-star hotels these days. Naturally, being The Guardian though, and media in general, the claims made in it are not based in reality, and instead just suit their agenda, supporting these criminals coming into the country and being paid to do so, while vilifying locals who happen to have a problem with it. I would say you couldn't make it up, but let's be honest, this is par for the course at this point. Now The Guardian claims the residents clashed with the police, but going on what I've heard from the people on the ground, it was actually Antifa losers who got arrested and clashed with the police. This happened because they tried to grab YouTuber Tyrant Finder UK's camera gear. So there was no scuffles between anti-illegal immigrant protesters, just lefty losers high on too many soy lattes and a plate of avocado on toast. But naturally, it's The Guardian though, so them talking shit should come as a given really, a bit like their claim of 200 people there to support these illegal immigrants. Reports on the ground suggest it was more like 100 at most, but over-exaggerating lefty protests is kind of what they do. You might remember the million-person march in London, which let's be honest could never have held 1 million people. You would bring about 4 or 5 miles of London to a complete and utter standstill. Now I should also point out in The Guardian's article there are pictures where you see people with their young daughters outside welcoming these criminals. Personally, I wonder if they will still be saying the same should one of these people groom their daughters, the absolute fucking idiots. Now I say that because there are reports from locals suggesting 3 fuck pigs from the camp have already been spotted trying to give sweets to kids in a park. So if true, which I'm inclined to think it is, they really need to be careful, though to be honest the people there with their kids are likely not even from the area. They are likely just virtue signalling tosspots, like I said, high on too many soy lattes and a plate of avocado on toast. Because what I think the people at The Guardian are forgetting is that they are allowed to walk in and out of these barracks as and when they please, meaning anyone with half a brain cell should be worried about the safety of the residents, and mainly any kids who live in that area, which I expect is a fair few. This is yet another thing we have to thank this useless government for. Cocking things up and ruining our lives seems to be their only skill at this point.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors. Slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires. And that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.